Hello everyone, thanks for dropping by. As the pandemic is still screwing up the world's economy and there's virtually nothing to find out how MGTOW is affecting the world's economy, I've gone back to Star Wars and this ongoing rumour as to see whether she is going to be replaced in October when her contract runs out. So over the weekend I had a look around and I found this. It's a site called Geekosity, and as you can see, it's written by Mike Sutton. Now, those of you, get rid of bloody that. I hate it when those things pop up. Mike Sutton is the source of this rumour whether she's going to have a contract renewed or not. So this article is literally from the horse's mouth. It reads, Disney will renew Kathleen Kennedy's contract as Lucasfilm president at the end of October. Sources indicate there were never any discussions to fire Kathleen Kennedy despite rampant online speculation and rumours. Admittedly, Kathleen Kennedy's years at Lucasfilm generating controversy within certain segments of the Star Wars fandom. Well, that's an understatement for a start. Then it just goes on about the amount of money coming in. It's not like Kathleen Kennedy wrote or directed any of these films in Disney's minds. They brought in billions to their bank accounts. Moreover, Disney credited Kathleen Kennedy for the huge success of The Mandalorian Plus on Disney Plus. I should imagine that the huge success is it was properly written stories and had nothing to do with her. He created several spin-offs of the Book of Boba Fett and Ahsoka. Well, that's yet to come. Disney doesn't want to lose Kathleen. And then it goes on more about money. Disney was impressed at Kathleen Kennedy's ability to make Star Wars a more diverse, inclusive franchise. Well, storytelling is more important than diverse, inclusive franchises. Bob Iger and his other Bob Chapek, his successor, are supportive of Kathleen Kennedy at Lucasfilm president. Well, they can't say anything else, can they? And then they previously renew a contract. Kathleen Kennedy won't be in Lucasfilm president at this point only if she decides to retire. Disney strongly believes that she'll be guiding Star Wars to greater heights. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. In addition, she will have the power she's always had. Well, if she's got that much power, why has she been banned from the set of The Mandalorian? And then that's the article. Now that's from the horse's mouth. I'll naturally put all these links below. This was done on August 23rd. The very next day, Bounding Into Comics came up with this article. Rumour Disney to renew Kathleen Kennedy's contract as president of Lucasfilm. And it's virtually an identical copy of what the previous article was, with a few extras. Another source told Sutton Kathleen Kennedy won't be Lucasfilm president at this point only if she decides to retire. And then the rumour is not out of left field. Current Disney Chapek will have its praise on her, blah, blah, blah. Back in March, Chapek appeared at a virtual conference. We all heard about that. In response to a question about Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige, Chapek answered by praising Kennedy. Later, in his response, Chapek showed praising Kennedy and Feige. That's where they are at their best, managing that mythology, so there are little places here and there that they dribble and they all connect. It's really amazing. Geniuses. Bollocks. He went on to call Kennedy an absolute treasure for us. Yeah. Woman who divided the fandom, lost billions of dollars, and is hated by the fans for what she's done to Star Wars. Well, just like Kevin and Kathleen at the studio, Jimmy, they're all absolute treasures for us. And all waffle. Under Kennedy's leadership, Star Wars has seen box office hauls massively decline. Yeah, because of rotten storytelling with rotten characters that no one's interested in. And then it goes on about sales stats, etc., etc. God, look at Harrison Ford. Doesn't he look old? Not only did the box office decline, but so did fan scores and ratings. The Force Awakens had weighed 7-8 out of 10. Kennedy also seen a massive decline in Star Wars toy store sales during her time as president of Lucasfilm. In fact, Diamond Select Toys president Chuck Terceria claimed there wasn't a lot of demand for sequel trilogy toys. I wonder why. And then it says, we press lots of demand for these very requested characters. That's the Mandalorian. Fortunately, Kennedy and the decline of Star Wars sales at their sequel trilogy films was offset by demand for Mandalorian toys. Yes, good storytelling with good characters, that's why. While Sutton claims Disney's credit for Kennedy for The Mandalorian, Kennedy herself has given the credit to Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. Well, at least that's one good mark in her corner. And then it goes on. Most important, this has made the joint decision to focus on The Mandalorian's inside the Star Wars mythology. Maybe the biggest market in Kennedy is that her reign over Lucasfilm significantly divided the Star Wars fan base and was actually driven people away from the Star Wars altogether. To right. She was in charge when the company was not only fired the Mandalorian star Gina Carano, but also condemned her. In other words, she was a jealous bitch and she got rid of her. Kennedy's reign on Star Wars was also a massive insertion of diversity, identity politics, and that is what wrecked Star Wars. We don't need that bullshit in Star Wars. Came at the end of March when Star Wars promoted a new cover to celebrate what they call Trans Day of Visibility. In other words, these two weirdos. Do you understand how diverse it is? Only look at the recent letter from Bishop. Catholic Dad goes about the church. In Solo, Lando Calrissian was pansexual. That's bollocks. Not only has Star Wars become a vehicle for divisive identity politics, but the creators and the company Hyde would now actively attack long-term fans of the franchise. And that's about Rian Johnson. And that's the end of the article. What do you make of this new rumour? Do you expect Kennedy's contract to be renewed? Now that was done on the 24th, as I said. A day later, no, 2 days later, sorry, Pirates and Princesses also jumped on the bandwagon. Kathleen Kennedy to have a Lucasfilm contract renewed. And then it's more or less just goes exactly the same. And it's last paragraph. My take on the rumour, I'll just say I'll believe it when I see it if Kennedy does indeed get her contract renewed. Now, Doomcock has done a video about this. All Doomcock's sources, and he's got several of them. That bloody thing again. Hasn't found any of them that back up Mike Sutton's rumour that she's going to get her contract renewed. From what Doomcock has found out, Mike Sutton is super woke and he's in with the woke crowd in Hollywood. So you can take this article with a pinch of salt, as Doomcock says, but we'll just have to wait and see whether she gets a contract renewed in October or not. At the moment, he's the only one that's saying that she's going to be kept on. Nobody else has heard anything about it, including people who actually work in Disney and Lucasfilm, so you'll have to make your own mind up. Me, I'll keep my fingers crossed, but until she's out the door with her diversity politics and her story group, Disney is not getting a penny out of me. I might fork out money for a box set of The Mandalorian, but I'm not subscribing to Disney Plus, as I'm not condoning what she's done to Star Wars by giving them 80 quid a year. Anyway, I think this video's on 10 minutes now, so sorry it's a bit iffy, people, but there's nothing much to report about except this, and this is more entertaining than whatever on the screen with Disney Plus and Star Wars. Right, you know the routine. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe. It's completely up to you. So until next Monday, that's it. Bye-bye.